As the winter is starting to come to an end here in Sacramento, the real estate market is on absolute fire, going at a crazier pace than any other year we've seen at this time. Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. This is your monthly video update I do every single month, going back over 10 years. I was the original doing YouTube videos on Sacramento real estate. So this is your video update for the end of February, beginning of March 2021. Goodness gracious, we're going to be hitting 1 year since the whole COVID mess and everything. But we're here to talk about real estate, and most importantly, we're talking about the Sacramento stats for real estate for January. We're going to throw those up right here, talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the market and what's going on. All right. So a couple of key factors I want to hit on there. Active listing inventory. There's basically like 700 homes available right now for sale in the Sacramento County area. That is half the amount that we had available for sale at this time last year. So the inventory is literally in half. When we are saying that we have an inventory issue, that is an understatement. There are a ton of buyers and not enough houses. How about the amount of pendings? These are the amount of sales, the properties that are in escrow right now. It's almost about 1,500 homes. It's 1,462. That is up 10% from this time last year. So 50% less homes available, and yet we have 10% more escrows going on right now. Pretty crazy. And then number of closed escrows for January, a little over 1,000. That number is always smaller. January compared to December. December always finishes strong, finishes up. Everyone's pushing to get the sales closed by the end of the year, and then things kind of taper off for January. So that's to be expected. However, if you look at this time last year, we're up 11.7% in the number of closed escrows. So way less homes available, way more escrows going on, and more homes closing escrow as well than a year ago. And that means supply and demand is off. Buyers are pushing the prices higher and higher. The median sales price has come all the way up to $445,000 in the Sacramento County area. That is up over 18% from a year ago. That means basically most homes, roughly, kind of the average median house, if you bought it this time last year, your house is worth about 18% more now than it was a year ago. That is incredible. And it's because of those numbers we just talked about. Inventory, way down. Inventory means the amount of homes that are available. It's way down. There's hardly anything to choose from. There's a bunch of buyers. There's a bunch of escrows going on. There's a bunch of sales closing. And because there's so many buyers, there's multiple offers on those properties. So if a house is listed at $599, there's 5, 10, 15 buyers that want to buy it. They're going to go, well, I'm going to pay $620, $630, $640 for it because I want to buy that house. So we got a lot of that going on in the market right now. I would really advise, if you're thinking about selling your home in this market, you have the clear-cut advantage right now. However, you need to go about it in the right way. Check out my video I just posted recently about kind of talking about sellers selling their home correctly in a market like this that we're in right now. You've got to have an agent that knows how to advise you to price it right. It needs to show well, and they need to have good marketing for the property. You need to have the end goal in mind. It's not just about getting an offer or whatever. It's about getting you to success at the very end. So you've got to start all the way back here. You got to have the right strategy, whether it's doing pre-inspections ahead of time, pre-disclosures ahead of time. All those things are going to put you as a seller in the right position to end up at the very end of the sale with the best results. The most amount of money you can get, as well as the transaction going smooth and you having success at the end. You might even need a rent back. All those types of things factor into having you success at the very end. So the market is favoring sellers, but you go about it the right way and you will take advantage of that for sellers. For buyers right now, you've got to know, you've got to put your gloves on. You got to know how to fight and throw jabs and be ready to compete with those other buyers, whether it's putting down a higher initial deposit, whether it's shortening timeframes or even removing some contingencies. I've got a video that's talking about the appraisal contingency and what you can do with that and how you can remove that contingency, or you can even put an escalator clause in there that will make up a difference up to $5,000 or $10,000 if it doesn't appraise. Check out that video. I've got a bunch of videos for buyers that talk about all the strategies that I give to my buyer clients so that we can get our offer accepted and move forward rather than continuing to be missing out, okay? So, moving forward, as we're ending winter, heading into spring, Sacramento real estate, there's a little bit of inventory out there. There's a lot of buyers. Prices are continuing to go up and up. If you're a seller, you need to go about it the right way to have success. If you're a buyer, you need to go about getting into that fight and getting into that battle correctly, knowing what to do, having an agent and a lender that know how to strategize and position your offer to rise to the top so that you get your offer accepted, all right? So feel free to check me out, realestatewithdoug.com. You can reach out to me if you're looking to either buy or sell in this market. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.